Guys, happy Tuesday, happy Christmas Eve. So let's see, it's about 10:45, I think, almost 11. I've been up for a while just doing some chores, laundry, dishes. My son had to go to work early today. They only open until 7 today, so he got called in early. My hair is doing this weird, oh my gosh. So when I was doing my hair with that styler thing, which I absolutely love, I get a lot of people asking if I still love it. Yes, absolutely love it. But my bangs got caught in with my hair over here, and so it did the little floop thing, and they were literally sticking like out to here. It was cray. Like, it was so bad. Anyway, so I've just been doing some chores. I'm doing a little bit of meal prepping. I am prepping a package of bacon because I didn't do meal prepping on Sunday since I knew I'd be home. So I'm doing a package of bacon. I have some chicken thighs I need to cook up that I'll just have sometime this week, but I'm just going to go ahead and cook those up in my air fryer just so they're all done. I'm trying to think of what I want for lunch today. Actually, I probably need to eat breakfast, but I thought about making fathead dough pizza, but I may do that the day after Christmas. I'm trying to think of what I want to do. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing the rest of this week. I'm actually went through and made a list of books that I want to read because I really want to get back into reading. I'm setting myself a goal of 50 books to read next year. 50 used to be something that I could easily attain, but I have not been doing very good lately. So I have a whole list of books that I am wanting to read, and then so I did that. But I have a couple videos I want to film. I told you guys I want to do like that keto beginner series. So I need to start doing some prepping for that. I don't want the videos to be very long, and so I'm trying to figure out what content I want to put in those. So I've been working on that today. What else? I'm still kind of working on the website. I haven't had a lot of time to work on it with all this stuff with my husband's doctor's appointments and all that. Kind of put everything, in a kibosh, when he's been having all these health issues. So it's been just a lot going to the doctor. Speaking of which, I told you guys we went to the doctor Monday, and she did call us back last night, which was just amazing. I feel so good about this doctor, and I feel like she said she was going to do some research, and then she actually called us back, and I just think that is so great. So she wants to do a CT scan of his lungs. I don't think I talked about this. I apologize if I already talked about this. So she wants to do a CT scan of his lungs, and she knows that our deductible was all paid up until December 31st, and because of his appendix. And so she was saying, that she knows that CAT scans can be very expensive, and so she was going to put a rush on it. And the hospital called us a few minutes ago to schedule it. They have one appointment left between now and the end of the year, and it was on December 31st. Can you believe that, you guys? December 31st, which is the last day that his insurance would be 100% covered, and the only thing is the appointment is only available at 6 a.m. And here's the other thing. I have my mammogram on December 31st at 8:45. So it's at the same place, but there's no way we'll still be up there at the same time because his will be done way before then. I also have my hair cutting appointment that day. So it's going to be a busy day for us on New Year's Eve. It has nothing to do with the new year. But we were kind of just joking around. I said, what if they got us in like a December 31st? Wouldn't that be fabulous? My dogs are going crazy out there. I'm guessing somebody walked by our house. That's all it takes. Anyway, we were just joking around as if it was December 31st, and it was. So very lucky, very, very lucky. Sometimes dogs are annoying. So anyway, we really lucked out. Lots of prayers were answered, obviously. So we'll find out what's going on, hopefully, if there's anything with his lungs. So that already happened this morning. It's already been just a really busy day, and it's only like 10:45. It's crazy. So I will show you the things that I meal prep. Other than that, I don't know what I want for breakfast. I really feel like I want another omelet. That omelet was so good the other day that I had, but I don't have any of more of those sausages left. But I have some other stuff I can throw in there. I don't know. Maybe I'll come up with an omelet and have that for breakfast. And then I think I will sit down and maybe try to work on the website. I don't know, you guys. This website's nothing fancy. It really is supposed to be just a place to hold recipes. And I was going to do some meal plans and stuff. But like I said, just all this stuff just started happening, and I just don't know if I just have the time right now until we get through all these doctor's appointments, if I have time to really, time to work on it, I should say. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, the fudge. So last night, as you saw, I didn't have dinner, and it really was because of the fudge. So I had made the chocolate fudge the day before. Last night I made the peanut butter fudge, or yesterday afternoon I made the peanut butter fudge, and I ate too much of both. And so I ate lunch. I had the 2 burgers with some provolone cheese and half of avocado, and then I made the fudge. Well, when I got the fudge all out of the freezer, I hadn't tried the chocolate fudge at this point. It was still in the freezer. And so I took the peanut butter fudge out and took them both out, cut them up. Oh my gosh. So the only thing with the peanut butter fudge, I'll tell you, and you guys are going to see that next. I'm going to go right into that next. The only thing with the peanut butter fudge is that it does not get as hard as the chocolate fudge. It was pretty soft after it sat out of the refrigerator, but in the refrigerator it stays nice and hard. It is to die for. So I'm going to talk about peanut butter for a second. Now, I know a lot of people can find that organic peanut butter at Walmart that is only like 1 or 2 net carbs. And I think that's for 2 tablespoons, right? I don't know. My Walmart doesn't carry it. I even went on Walmart online and it's not available to order. Like, I'm going to look again. But I was at this little store down the street from my house, which I did not buy it, the stuff that I found there, because it was so expensive. Because this store is really like a place you go only if you need a gallon of milk because you ran out. I mean, it's pretty expensive. It's like almost double the price of almost everything in there. But it's just like less than a mile from my house, so it's a lot better than having to drive 5 miles into town. So I was there to get some peanut butter for the peanut butter fudge because I thought I had some and I did not. And actually then I found it. After I got home, I found the peanut butter that I thought I had, that I did have, but it was in the back of my pantry. So I didn't even have to buy it anyway. But anyway, I was there looking at peanut butter and I found this one by Santa Cruz Organics, something like that. But Santa Cruz is a brand. I after I looked the brand up online, I have seen several other products, like juices and stuff too. So you guys may have heard of it. I'll try to put a picture right here of the peanut butter I found. They have peanut butter that's only 2 net carbs also, and it's their organic line. I don't know if it's only organic. It looked like, from when I looked on their website, their whole line is only organic. But I'll put a picture up here. I found it also. I looked on their website to see where else I could find it. This store did not show up because I wanted to see if there's another store besides this one. It was $8.99 for 16 ounces. I am not going to spend that much on peanut butter. Now, if I'm the only one eating it, maybe, because I don't eat a ton of peanut butter. I do like almond butter, which is the same amount of carbs, 2 net carbs. But sometimes you just want peanut butter, you know, or for cooking. Like, this would have been fantastic for it. So I looked online on their website. They have like a where to buy. This store down the street did not show up on there, probably because it's just a little market. But Fred Meyer showed up. And at Fred Meyer, it's only like $6.39, which I know that's a ton for peanut butter. But like, again, if I'm the only one eating it, I'll hide it and it'll only be me eating it. Then I think I might purchase some next time I go grocery shopping, because that's not too bad. It's expensive, yes, but it's only 2 net carbs, and I can't get the Walmart one. So if I can't get the Walmart one, then I'm going to go for that one. So I just want to let you guys know, if you also cannot find the Walmart one, maybe you can find the Santa Cruz one. You can go, like I said, you can go on their website and you can search the where to buy, and it has all, you can pick whatever products you want to see and you can go on there. I'm wondering if the difference is the Spanish peanuts, because I've heard Spanish peanuts are lower in carbs, right? Am I right? Is it the Spanish peanuts? Because that's what kind of peanuts they use. So maybe that's how they can get them so low. Maybe that's what Walmart uses in theirs. I don't know, but I don't know how they get it so low. So anyway, let's go ahead and go into how to make fudge. We're going to do peanut butter and a chocolate fudge. Also, we're going to make some keto condensed milk that I'm going to use as the base of this fudge. So I'm going to give you 2 different keto condensed milks, one using coconut milk and one using heavy cream, and then the 2 different fudges. So we're going to go into that. I'll show you what I end up for breakfast and what I eat for lunch, if I even eat lunch. Since I'm eating such a late breakfast, I probably won't eat lunch, and I'll show you what I'm having for dinner and anything else throughout the day. So I hope you guys are having a fabulous Christmas Eve. When you see this, actually it's going to be Christmas Day. So yeah, there's that. Okay, so first up, we're going to go ahead and make the 2 different keto-friendly condensed milks. So the first one we're using heavy cream. So I did read on this recipe that the larger the skillet, the faster it takes to to reduce down this condensed milk. So I used a large skillet and it still took a long time, so definitely use a large skillet. I'm adding in 2 tablespoons of butter, 1/3 of a cup of sweetener of your choice. As usual, I'm using the monk fruit sweetener from Canto, and then also 2 cups of heavy cream. So you're going to whisk this all together, and then we're going to let it come to a boil over like medium-high heat. But you want to stir this frequently so it does not scorch. So in my other skillet, I'm going to be adding in 2 tablespoons of butter and a can of organic coconut milk. So this will be the other kind of condensed milk that we will be using for the fudge. So this one's boiling, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat down to like a low simmer. I turned it down to like 3 on my oven or on my stove. And then when the coconut cream one comes to a boil, though, you want to let it go ahead and boil for 10 minutes. And then after it's boiled for 10 minutes, I kept stirring it while it was boiling. And then I added in 1/3 of a cup of powdered sweetener. So for this one, I used the Swerve confectioner sweetener. It's the only thing I can find in my area. So then after I add that sweetener, I'm going to go ahead and turn it down and let it simmer also. So what we're doing is we're reducing the liquid in both of these until they're about half of what they started out as. And the mixture will start to thicken and get kind of this gooey texture. The coconut cream one was much quicker. It probably took only about 15 minutes to look like this. The heavy cream one took about 30 minutes to thicken up, if not longer. I was doing other things, so I kind of lost track of time, but I would say it took about 30 minutes. So you can store these in a jar in the fridge for several days, but since I'm using them right away, I don't even need to let mine to cool at all. Okay, so time for the fudge. So for the chocolate fudge, you're going to need a 9-ounce bag of sugar-free chips of your choice. I'm using these semi-sweet ones from Bake Believe. And you want to go ahead and pour these into a large bowl or a large measuring cup as I'm using, and then pour over 1 cup of the keto-friendly sweetened condensed milk. I'm using the heavy cream one for this. And then you want to add in a tablespoon of sweetener. If you want it to be a little bit sweeter, it's up to you. And then a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. And now since my milk was still a little bit warm, it already started to melt the chips, but you want to go ahead and put this in the microwave in 30-second intervals until the chips are melted and smooth. Don't let it go too far, because if you do it too much, then it gets a weird texture. And then you're going to pour this mixture into a parchment-lined pan. And optional, you can cover it with nuts. I'm just using some chopped pecans for this. And then you want to go ahead and put this into the fridge or freezer until it sets up. Now the peanut butter one, you guys. This stuff is bomb. So good. So in a bowl, you want to add in 3/4 cup of any kind of natural peanut butter of your choice, just any kind that's no sugar added. And then pour 1 cup of the keto-friendly condensed milk. This one you want to make sure it is warm. It says you use warm one, so of course I'm using the coconut cream one. And you go ahead and stir this until it's nice and smooth, and then you pour it into a parchment-lined pan and put it in the fridge. So there you go, guys. This stuff is so good. So you guys, I'm kind of like obsessed with omelets right now. They have been like my most favorite thing to eat since I've been off work. They make the perfect like capsule for leftovers. So I am just making another omelet, just like I've had the last 3 days. So this one I'm putting red pepper in, some onion, and then I'm just putting in some pepperoni and salami that I had left over, as well as a little bit of mozzarella cheese, and then just cooked it, folded it over, added a little bit of Colby Jack cheese on top, paired it with some fresh tomato, which I am all out of, so I need to get some because it's so good with fresh tomato on top, and then a little bit of more cheese and some bacon. And that was my lunch today because I had it in the late morning. And then for dinner, I had some leftover steak, which honestly, you guys, I wanted an omelet with steak. I think I'm going to have that for breakfast the next day. Anyway, so I had a steak salad with some leftover steak with some Caesar dressing, some avocado, bacon, and some butter lettuce.